Hi, I'll get right into it. I'm Andrea, the marketing engineer from AH Graphics. A while back, I taught a class to a bunch of beginning business owners on the most important thing they needed to do to build their business. And when you're starting out, that's getting noticed. Today's class, you will learn the differences between sales, marketing, and branding and how those three work together. Enjoy the mini-series. I registered my business with the state of Minnesota and immediately signed up for a $297 marketing course using my credit card. It was a lot of money. I remember late in the night, I'm like, I have to sign up tonight. What am I going to do? So I put that on my credit card. It was a class called Client Attraction, and it was taught Thursdays online by an expert in getting customers. And the class was wonderful. We had worksheets to do, directions to follow. We had question and answer sessions. It was really cool. It's kind of like this because you had somebody going through that step by step with you. And as I spent time in the trainings doing the homework, I was really excited, but I was really amazed that a lot of people never did the homework. They came to the class, they asked questions, and then we had time to talk amongst ourselves online. And some people were like, yeah, well, I didn't have time. Or maybe I'll get to that next week, or I'm doing 3 other things right now. And so what I learned from that very first class that I ever took is done is better than perfect. And if you have more than 3 priorities, you have no priorities. Don't spend all your time trying to figure out the exact way to do something. If you have a pretty good idea of it, you're probably better off than waiting till you have everything, all your ducks in a row.
I love it.
And then pick what is important as far as your marketing, because you can't do everything and you can't do everything well. So if you can pick the things that are actually going to work for you and focus on them and then move on to the next thing, you'll get a lot more done that way. I am Andrea. I'm a marketing engineer. Marketing is the study and management of communication between the customer and your business. Engineer is someone who helps you figure things out step by step. I went to an engineering school, but I did not get an engineering degree. I was able to use that engineer in my name in a different way because I take marketing and I help you step by step figure it out for your business. I took my bachelor's degree back to Minnesota and I was able to get an entry-level job working $8.25 an hour. It was wonderful. 9 years and 3 kids later, I decided that was enough. I had worked in a couple of different newspapers, designing newspaper ads, newspaper page layout, and that sort of thing. And I had been freelancing on the side the whole while because I actually grew up in a print shop. We had copiers in the parlor, a folding machine that took up our entire family room, printing presses in the basement. So we literally grew up in this print shop. So that's how my background comes in. I worked for my mom. I went to school for graphic design. I worked in the newspaper, and then I decided, you know what, I have enough knowledge on my own. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take this marketing class and put it on my credit card and hope that I can pay the bill by the time the credit card bill comes due. So that's where I am, and that's how I got started. I primarily help small business owners get noticed and be remembered through printed marketing, signage, billboards, that sort of thing, promotional items. So if you need a mug that has your name on it, that's something that I do. That's a quick overview of what I wanted to talk about. Very quick definitions: branding, marketing, and sales, because I think people tend to mix those up. And I want to make sure that there's a distinction between them. I'm going to talk about the only 2 types of marketing you need to know about, and then the biggest mistake that business owners make when they're getting customers when they're brand new, and then what you can do instead. What you can do next, how to work further with me, and then I wanted to have a little bit of time for Q&A. Your brand is everything about your business. It's how you talk, how you present yourself, what your clothes look like, what your messaging is, your logo design. People tend to think that logo design is your brand, but it's only a very small part of it. It's the way you present yourself at your physical location. So if you can think of anything that's part of your business, your email signatures, your voicemail messages, all of that builds your brand. And you want to make sure that your brand is specific, deliberate, and it's not just, well, the newspaper is going to design me an ad and that'll be fine, and then the radio is going to design me an ad and that'll be fine. They actually have to go together, and that helps to build your brand. Like you said, the 7 touches.
Yes.
If they're not all on the same brand, it's going to be very discombobulated. Confused people don't tend to buy. I have an example, actually 2 examples here to just show you brand. One is Harley Davidson and one is Poopery. So Harley Davidson had a really bad reputation after Hell's Angels did a lot of really bad things. And so what they decided to do is take that really bad reputation and market it to yuppies. and say, you know what? If you want to be like a bad guy on the weekends, buy a Harley, right? So you can see that in their marketing. Look at the map when you get there. Like, we don't care. We're just going to drive. That's a definite message, a definite brand. Now, Poopery is looking at using the bathroom, which people don't like to talk about, but they always find humor in it. They have pictures of women dressed really fancy who have a bathroom that's right behind the kitchen table, right? So that's kind of embarrassing to go to a relative's house or a brand new boyfriend's house and have to use the bathroom that everybody is right there, right? Founder Susie Baditz said her company's marketing strategy is to make a product so good that people want to talk about it. Talk about something that is normally embarrassing. So you can see that their brand strategies and their overall image, two totally different things. And you can see that everywhere. It doesn't matter what the brand is, but I just thought I'd find some polar opposites to show you. And then we're going to look at the definition of marketing. Marketing is how you get people interested in your product or service. It's how you reach the people. It's the words and phrases you use. And it's your channels. So it's your advertising, it's your press releases, it's your social media, it's your signage. So those are all the how of getting your brand to people. Sales is what happens after a customer already knows about you when they're actually purchasing. Once people already know about you, how can you get them to buy? I need coffee now. I want something fun to do for the weekend. Somebody's getting married, they want a DJ. How do you actually get them, once they know your name, to say, yeah, I want you to come out? Marketing and sales are two very separate things. I help with marketing. I'm not good at sales. I just wanted to ask, once you know the three definitions, if you know which of the three is the most important: branding, marketing, or sales.
None of it matters unless you make the sale.
Exactly. Sales is the most important. Because if you don't have sales, you don't have a business. A lot of people spend a ton of time on branding. A lot of people spend a ton of time on marketing. But if you don't ever make a sale, none of that really matters.
And the purpose of those two is to get to the sale.
Exactly.
Like, you're not doing it just to hear yourself and see your logo everywhere, like, oh, isn't that nice? My logo's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's to have people see that and then, buy something from you so your revenues increase.
Yep. 3 pyramids. One pyramid is sales only. One pyramid is marketing and sales, because with marketing you can have stronger sales. One is branding at the bottom, marketing in the middle, and then sales at the top. Because you can have sales without marketing. You can have sales without branding, right? You can have marketing without sales, but it doesn't make a pyramid. You can have branding without marketing and sales, but it doesn't make a pyramid. So you actually want to have that solid pyramid. And when you have branding, that builds your marketing, that gets you sales, it makes all three of those much stronger. So I think the biggest point is, if you're not making sales, you don't have a business. Once you have sales, you can build your marketing stronger, you can build your branding stronger, or you can start with branding to build stronger marketing to get better sales. You can build that pyramid any way you want, but sales is definitely most important, and the other parts help your sales.